but I just wanted to just give you guys all of everything and how I do it. Look at the brows. Look at the lip. Oh my God. It's amazing. So I hope you guys enjoy this. And I love you to oodles and noodles. I will use this napkin. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Housewife Sunday. I know this is a new environment. We are in my bathroom in my home. I am sitting in front of my vanity, and we are getting ready to do a natural beat, and we're gonna girl talk. We're going to a housewife chat while we do our natural beats. Our soft glam. You seen that video on Instagram? Ooh, blonde bob, soft glam. Soft glam is literally legendary. I used to be a very heavy makeup wearer. I think everybody was with the trends or whatever, but now I am a soft glam wearer. So I'm in the bathroom. I got my ambiance set. This is normally what I do before I get ready. I have my candle back there lit. What is that candle? Champagne toast. Ooh, champagne toast smells so good. We just had a candle sale. I got a bunch of candles. So I'm gonna secure my hair. Make sure that it's not in the way. And I have prepped and primed my face already. So, prep and priming. Anyway, how y'all doing? I missed y'all. Life has really been something different for me. We had a loss. We had a family loss last month. And then, kind of getting my dad readjusted to some things. He is a little older, so kind of, new meds and things like that. And that he will never take again. And I just been, just praying and staying in a positive place. So I hope you guys all have. So I prepped my face first. You notice I don't have on any of my rings or my jewelry, my wedding ring or anything. I do not do my makeup with it. I normally don't do it this flat, but I decided to get a little flat for y'all. But I prep and prime my face. I use this, the Tashi Silk Canvas. So let me see if I can get close and it doesn't do nothing weird. Yeah, the Silk Canvas primer. This is a filter finish primer, and it's legendary. I wear this sometimes just when I'm just going out barefaced, and just to like tone down some of my hyperpigmentation areas, and it also keeps me from getting matty, sticky, sweaty. I really don't, but still, this is a big one that I use. So I prep and prime with this, and then I'm gonna prep and prime with Photo Finisher. I use 2 primers. I prime my face twice. I double prime because I want that more airbrush clean finish. So I use Smashbox Photo Finisher. So we're gonna put some of this on. So this is kind of on this last day is what we're gonna put some of this on. But, putting it on with your hands is going to warm it. And I'm just a big hand makeup user as well, too. And you'll see that I use my hands as my palette. So, but life has just been crazy. So, we are getting ready to get into the Christmas season. I've done some shopping, but it was I really wasn't in the mood. But I'm in the mood now. God has brought me and taken me into the mood. So I'm definitely in the mood. I do always go all the way under my neck as well too, because I am going to put makeup on my neck, because you want your neck to match. You'll never want your neck not to match. That's not tea. So prime it. Ooh. And this goes on buttery soft, it's just, I just love it. So I normally prime. Now normally while I'm priming, I'll be cleaning my beauty blender. I clean my beauty blender, put my beauty blender in some napkins. I am an over napkin user. I'm trying to lessen my carbon footprint and start using my makeup washcloths, that makeup remover washcloths, and dry. But I use this because I'm also going to use this, and you'll see later on some other stuff. So I make sure my beauty blender is clean. Make sure it's, pink beauty blenders are like, Make sure it's clean. Make sure it is kind of not damn, but a little moist. A little moist. So I got that sitting over there. So I'll be washing that while I'm letting this kind of set into my skin and warm and all of that other good stuff. Then I go straight in for the gusto. So normally I've been going in between, not doing my brows before, but doing my brows before, but I like the more finished look when I do my brows. So I do my brows or whatever. So I use MAC Pro Long Concealer. I used to be a totally matte girl. I'm really not into, like, I've been kind of fanning out to other brands. I'm addicted to Pat. You're gonna see a lot of things that I do use. It's Pat McGraw. Even the foundation, I use a lot of Pat stuff. Pat palettes are like legendary. This is the highlighter palette we're gonna use. So I'm, you know, I used to just all wear it. That's all I wore. And I noticed that it also kind of was like low-key breaking me out. So like my skin is just doing so phenomenal right now. Turn up skin. But this is one of the MAC products that I will not, if they discontinue this, I will be so devastated. So this is the MAC Pro Long Concealer, in NC45. I go a little bit more lighter during the summertime because yes, I do kind of lighten up a little bit, not too much, but I go a little bit more lighter. I put a little drop. Come on now, drop. I put literally like a drop. My side of my hand is always going to be my palette. I have marble floors in my bathroom, so I have to be very conscientious of setting everything back here so it doesn't roll and fall. I literally broke one of my whole foundations that was brand new like 2 weeks ago. So now I have two because Sephora took forever to deliver and I had to go get another one. But I gotta be real careful because I be breaking stuff and I just can't. So I do, you know, I wear eyelash extensions. So I normally prep or prime them, make sure my face is cleaned or whatever. But like I do my eyebrows. So, you know, doing the eyebrow thing, I just go under. I just really go under. I go under and then I go over. Like that. So we're going to see. I'm probably going to speed it up. But I like to, like, I just really want y'all to see. Just a very light, clean brow. Like, very, very light. I just follow my natural brow line. I do not, sometimes I do cut it a little bit here because I do want that more cleaner look. So I'll cut it. But, like, I just do that with the eyebrows. I do take it out some. I do take it out because I'm gonna blend everything in, and you don't want that stencil look around your eyebrows. The stencil look is not where it's at. I've noticed I see a lot of the stencil look, and the stencil look will give you flashback. You'll have flashback under your dang on eyes, and then you'll have it on these eyebrows, and you just be looking crazy as a mug. So I recommend you only go like one shade up. You should not be going a lot of shades up. I had to learn that the hard way. I think everybody, when they first started doing their eyebrows and shit, they was like, ooh, cuss word, sorry. They was like, oh my God, I'm gonna go so light. Because, you know, you was watching other people do it. So you was like, oh, I think they use like really, really white foundation. Like you gotta use this white to get that, you know, that more clean and blend. No. Don't you use that extra white stuff, that drone. And you know what I've realized too? I'm getting older, so I know the tones, undertones of my skin a lot better. This is always gonna be my best eyebrow over here. Just get into it. Look how good it looks. Look at that, look at that. Always gonna be my best. Everybody have a good eyebrow and everybody have an eyebrow they gotta kind of work with. So I normally kind of work with this one over here. But low key, they both came out good though. It's because y'all here and I love y'all and y'all giving me good energy all the way through. And also make sure if you have not subscribed, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe and you like this video. I will try to put some of my favorite products at the bottom so you can go buy them. And you know, if you ask me about anything, I will tell you. So yeah, so brows are done. You see how fast I did that? That's very quick. Look at that. We didn't do a lot. We just did a little. Remember, subtlety is a big thing when you do your makeup. Don't overdo it. You can always build up, and if you can never remove, you can always add more. So I always just go very light when I do it. Because I'm not even gonna do a lot of coloring of my brows in, because my natural brows, look at that. Look at that. They're living their best life. They are living their best damn life. Yes. So we did our brows. Now, normally I color correct over my lip because my top lip is hyper. I do got some hyperpigmentation there. So I do just color correct with this. I don't use the orange and all that other stuff and all them other colors I use. I just do this because I just need a light color correcting. Sometimes I do this first because everything is about drying with concealers. So you may see some of the divas use their little hand fans to dry everything. I just be like sitting and letting things, you know, do its thing or whatever. I don't use the fan, child. I'm extra, but I don't be having no time for no fan and all that other type of stuff. So, but yeah, so we're gonna go under the lip and we're gonna follow our lip line. And then I got a little situation that's kind of fading out here that I kind of go over, and I think that's it. So normally I look crazy as hell at this point. My husband comes in, he's like, what's tea? I'm like, just trust the process, baby. I'm gonna be looking lit in a second. So I use almost all of that off my hand. I am learning to conserve my products. I used to waste so much dang on product by putting all these extra drops on my hands. So I put a small drop of everything and I make it stretch. So I do that. I let that dry, okay? We're going to let it dry for a minute. We're going to talk a little bit. So New Year's is coming up. It is imperative. I want us all going into the New Year's, housewives, future housewives, baddies, whatever it is. I want us to go into the new year and I want us to really put a little more time into our looks. And put a little more, invest a little more coin into your look as well too. I know coins is a little low right now because, you know, the economy doing, you know, we got all this uppagers and integers and things going on, but God gonna make it do what it do. But I want you to promise me that you're gonna invest a little bit more coin into your look. And that goes down to your makeup. Makeup is like, when I'm doing this, I'm gonna blend this. I'm gonna blend it with one of my, let me see, what blush I'm gonna blend this with. Because I like to blend up, so it's because we're gonna do foundation next. You know, makeup, you can get makeup. Let me explain something to you. I am not a very big into the cheap makeup. The reason why is because I've seen some girls do the cheap makeup and baby, you know, or lesser makeup or drugstore makeup and really make it do what it do. Drugstore makeup doesn't work for me. It's not my choice because it doesn't give me the clean look I want. And also because it breaks out my skin. So I will tell you to find what works for you, but invest a little bit more. If you don't know how to do your makeup, the videos like this one and videos also by the girls, all the girls who, you know, are into the beats, you know, and the soft glam beats. We're doing soft glam beats. And even when you get your makeup done, no heavy makeup, just very clean. And I'm going to let you know, I do use a lot of products, but you're not supposed to know that you use a lot of products. Everything is about blending and everything is about lightly putting it on. So that's what we do. So, you know, take a little bit more time, you know, try out some different products, get those little boxes that have the little boxes that have all the little goodies in there. Just really start investing in you, because even if you're married or you're not married, I've learned this before I was married. I put so much time into myself. So when someone did come along, it wasn't like, you know, I would ever lose myself in the marriage, lose myself in being a future mom. I made sure that I had myself where I needed to be. And that's imperative. You got to have yourself where you need to be. Because a lot of times we meet these men and we really don't be in pieces. And when it don't work out, they could chip away at our self-esteem. So get your self-esteem up. Put your time and your effort into yourself. You deserve that. You really, truly do. And being a mom, being all of this, we always use these excuses. No, take that time out and find it. But make sure, if you do not know how to do your makeup and that's something you want to do, invest in a class. You know, just take that little time. When you have some free time, watch a couple of makeup videos. I learned so much from YouTube. I learned a lot from trial and error. I'm a big trial and error girl. So if you look at some of my older pictures, baby, I was giving flashback. I was giving dusty face. I was giving a casket fresh. Yes, I've been there before. But it takes some time and just investing in things to come out better. So everything is kind of dry while we're doing that. My eyebrows actually look really, really good. So now it's foundation time. So some people use, this is AC Cosmetics. This is a black owned cosmetics line. I'm addicted to this. Olivia put me onto this. As a makeup artist that used to live here in Atlanta and now she lives in LA, but she put me onto this and another artist did, and it's legendary. So some people, this is, this is not the one I need. This is my makeup drawer down here, y'all. I need the No Shine translucent powder. Some people put translucent powder on prior to applying their foundation. I've been seeing that's the new little wave. Actually, it's an old school, you know, makeup guru way, but I'm not into that yet. I more so want my foundation to just be on, and I don't want a lot of it. So I use my favorite makeup brush. If you notice, all of my yellow brushes are my favorite makeup brushes. I use, let me see. I use, I call them my BD brushes. I use the 955 brush to apply my foundation. I have the whole set here. I did get it off of Sephora. I'll tag it at the bottom. It was like $100 and some, but these are high-end makeup. I used to be a freelance makeup artist as well, so I used to use these on my clients as well too, but these are really, really good brushes. Normally I rewash it. I wash it every time I use it. I put a little light foundation on earlier today when I was running some errands, so it's not giving washed, but it's very much washed. I want you to know that it's very much washed in spirit. So I put a little bit of the foundation on my hands here. And then I just dab it. Dab, 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 dab. And then I just kind of do this. Oh, I do this. But like, look. Oh my God. Man, this foundation. And this is Skin Fetish Lit. Oh, Lit. And I am medium deep 27. This is the exact same color as my skin. It's crazy. I love it. So I think that foundation runs $60. It is so worth it. It lasts for such a very long time. But I go all up in here. Now, I go over the lip like this because remember, I put concealer on the lip. So I put the concealer. Already I have like a very clean finish. You see that? Very, very clean finish. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Remember, I told you I'm working on not overusing product. So I use a little bit at a time. Make sure we get our forehead. And I kind of let it dry on the forehead for a minute because I just want to blend up. I don't want to take too much product into my hairline. I do wear lace wigs. I'm into my natural sew-in vibe right now. But when I wear my lace wigs, I don't be wanting all that makeup to be in my lace wig. So I have learned to let it dry a little bit and then hard blend it up. I call it hard blend up when it's kind of dry. So I use my own little terms and lingos that I use. So I make sure. Now listen, I go over my, look at that. I go over my whole eyebrow where we outlined at and where we did that before. I go over my whole outline. Now right now I'm probably looking a little, you know, I'm giving cakey right now, but the way this foundation works is once it dries, it molds and blends into your skin from your warmth, your natural warmth, and it just like, it does its thing. And then I'm gonna show you what I do after to give that finished airbrush look. So, let me see, I'm gonna go all up in here. I kind of do like this. Excess product on the brush, you can always kind of hit little areas that you don't want too much product to be. I normally do about 3 pumps. I mean, about 3 times that I put these, my little dime, not quarter size drop on my hands. And I'm going all under here. All up in here. You see, I don't normally have my hair out, but I'm trying to do it with y'all today and see how this goes, if I can do it like this. Oh my God. I'm looking at my other mirror here behind me because I use 2 mirrors. I have my small little vanity mirror here and I use my bigger mirrors just to check my everything, just my lighting. And I can tell that I didn't put enough up here. So I'm going to have to do one more little pump. I'm gonna finish laying this foundation, getting it situated, and when we come back, I'm gonna be all foundationed and we are going to get into my very light contour. So I'm gonna finish doing this and I'll see you guys with my foundation. So we're back. My foundation is set. Beauty blender time. So I lightly pat my face to blend all the foundation in. While we took a little break, I just blended and added a little bit more. I blend my eyebrows out. Go down to the neck. But just look at the foundation now. See? Before it was giving all cakey. Now it's giving all blended. It's giving skin. Over the lip. And look, only like a little bit of product comes off because I let it dry and set. And I'm gonna take it over my eyes, always up in here. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Finished. So now we're gonna take our No Shine AC Cosmetics translucent powder. Ooh, a lot of that came out there. I'm gonna take my little brush. Whoa, a lot of product. Look, I only want a little bit of product on here. Dang, so much came out. It's just, okay. So, I'm gonna dust it off over here in the sink. That's normally what I do. And I'm gonna take it and blot my face. Block. Entire face. Eyebrow. Mouth. Very lightly. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh. Beauty blender and beauty blend that down. It's all about blending. Blend, blend, blend. So now that we've done that, now we're gonna do some concealer. So NARS concealers. This is a brand new one. The Radiant Cream. Got stuff all on my shirt, but whatever. The Radiant Cream. Oh, let me dab it off a little bit. That's why we keep our paper towel a little moist. It brings us back, baby. So we use the NARS Radiant Cream concealers. I use two. These are Life, baby. Life. So I use caramel, and then I also use, oh, this is caramel. And then I use another one. I took both my caramels out because I have so much caramel. Here it is. I also use my Biscuit. Now Biscuit is the much brighter tone that I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with that. But we're gonna start with the one that's more close to your tone concealer, okay? I went 1 up, this is 2 up. 1 up, 2 up, okay? Remember, we don't go super up with the concealers because you don't wanna be looking washed out and white and all under the eyes. So I'm gonna make sure this is caramel. Take my caramel, I'm getting low, but I'm gonna use the rest. And I'm going to go up my eye on this side, and I'm gonna go right up in here with it, like this, right there. Okay, see how I did that? Then I'm gonna go right up in here again. I do kind of contour my nose and kind of straighten it out. I start the contouring of the nose, like right up in here, and then go eye. So listen, when I put it all the way under my eyes, I know some of y'all want to put it all under your eye and all of that other type of stuff. You're gonna get more creases because there's so much product sitting there, and it's gonna take you longer to blend out. And remember, we can always add more if we need more. So I go down the center of my nose. That was a lot of product on there. Make sure your product game is not too much on it either. I do a little here on the chin. And then I do my forehead. So the forehead situation. I just do a circle. And then sometimes I've noticed when I do the circle, it kind of takes a little bit more to blend out. So I kind of do one of these, 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 one of these. And then I do like this right over there. And that's the concealer right there, and a little bit here. That's the concealer. That's all of my start concealer that I do, okay? That's it. Oh, I do a little bit on the top of the lip. And that's it. Now, I'm going to let that dry while I'm doing other stuff. Now we're about to go into our brows while we're doing that. So we have Anastasia's a brow freeze gel. Brow freezing is a new thing that's really lit. Soap brows, sometimes they call them. I use this little baby right here. It does not give that extra freeze like some of the more soapier ones do, but it gives a light freeze. And I've noticed that it makes you more natural when you fill your eyebrows in. It's lit. So I take a little bit of this. So now I'm gonna use one of my BD brushes, my eyebrow brush. This don't have a number, but it's just like a regular wanded eyebrow brush. And I'm gonna just scrape a little bit. I literally, let me show you. I take a little bit right like that. Bloop, bloop. A little bit of product on there. I have to clean this brush a lot because this brush does get gooped up. It could be a little cleaner, but it'll do. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. So then I just go in my eyebrows like so, to an upward motion. Oh my God, it's happening. Ooh, an upward motion, kind of follow. And I do it like that. You see my eyebrow? And you notice it has that kind of wet look to it now. Ooh, that's too much. I add a little bit more on there. And I go in my eyebrows. Now look, it's giving my eyebrows more shape now, more definition. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, we love it. Oh, we love a good brow, baby. A natural brow. Now listen, I had this discussion with y'all before. I ain't gonna talk to y'all about this again. Y'all better not be doing y'all eyebrows with no black. No black eyebrows. Brown. Nobody's eyebrows are black. I don't care what you think, it's not. And if they are, we don't want them to look jet black. And remember when you are doing your brows, remember we did that outline later, you're creating your stencil and what you're gonna follow. So I clearly look at that. So look at them now. Look at that. Boom. Brows are done. So I do that while I'm waiting. Now, I went through the brow. Now I'm gonna go and do a little bit more outlining to them with my little brow brush. Where is it? It's here. And I'm gonna use more NARS. Now this is the NARS in the jar. This is the soft matte concealer in the jar. This is another winter chicken dinner. NARS foundations are lit. I got some pat that I use, but I gotta still work with it to kind of get to where I like with it, but my NARS work good. So I just take a little bit of this product, very little. Once I'm using my hand, remember, because I don't want too much on my brush, and then I'm just gonna line under my eye again, because this is gonna give our highlighted look. Oh, that really wasn't enough. I need a little bit more. But yeah, don't nobody have no black eyebrows. Stop playing with me. Okay, go play with somebody else and don't play with me. Don't you use no black under your eyebrow. Do not directly use pencil in your eyebrow either. I'm sorry, do not. The thing is, don't just draw your eyebrow on. Ooh, you see that? Don't just draw your eyebrow on with a pencil. Like, don't just be like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna do it with a pencil or whatever. I'm gonna draw my eyebrow on. No, nobody's doing that. We're not doing that. Everything we want, like, we want to do upward motions. You want to flow with the hair in your eyebrow, because we are not into the very bold eyebrow. We want to light, more hair-like eyebrows. So that's why I did the brow freeze at first too. So I'm following under. I'm kind of going crazy with this product under here, but we're gonna blend it down. And then I go down. Notice I'm going down in towards my eye to give that the more blended look. So I kind of feel like that's not neat. So I also have a little eyebrow brush that I keep. It's no product on it right now, but I just keep it to kind of redirect my eyebrows. And I try not to add a lot of product to my eyebrows. Oh, girl. Y'all hear Hustle over there? Hustle, what are you doing? Hustle, sugar baby. Oh, I just love my dog. I swear. We're going to get another Frenchie. We're going to get a girl. I'm obsessed with, like, Frenchies. They are the best dogs ever. He is over there watching me while I'm getting cute for y'all. Yeah. So, yeah. So, ooh, look at that. You get under there. Oh, my God. It looks so good. Now, if you notice, because I've noticed this too, I follow the stencil of my natural brow. You should not be boxing your brows in here. Your brows should flow into your nose. It shouldn't be a square like going on here. If you see some squareness going on, you need to be fanning up towards and getting that out and blending it out. So right now it looks, look, I told you about this brow over here. This brow be litty. This one over here, I gotta keep playing reindeer games with. Don't nobody got time for that. Come on, brows. Y'all on TV. Get it together. Y'all on Kenny camera. So once again, this is what brush? These are the RT. I forgot. I think it's RT. I don't know the name of the brushes, but they sell them at Target. They sell them at Ultra. These are really, really good brushes. And this is a setting brush, but literally it works so much better as a blending brush. I don't use the brushes all the time for what they're, I don't think anybody really do. That I've seen use the brushes the way they're made for, because everything is going to work different. Remember, it's all about adapting your face and what works for you. So I blended that in. You see the bottom of that is blended in. Okay, while our foundation is dry. So now I'm going to take some NW45 Studio Fix. This is another legendary one for MAC. You gotta have some Studio Fix in your life. It's so multi-talented. It works in so many different ways. But I am going to take one of my blending brushes. This is my brush 785. I love this brush. It's such a great blending brush. And I am going to go under my eyes and blend that in, because you want to be seamless. You don't want any lines. And I'm gonna just blend. Oh yeah, I blend up in the brows. I blend a little bit on my eyeshadow, because I don't really wear a lot of eyeshadow. But this gives a clean look. Very, very clean. It cleans it out. NW45 does a lot. I use it for a lot of different things on my face, and it gives that natural, Studio, what is it? Studio Tech, Studio Fix. Studio Tech is the way. When I used to wear Studio Tech as a foundation, and that was a hot mess. That's why I was looking cakey as hell too, because it's super wet. But it's a really good foundation if you know like what you're doing with it. But it's just not my vibe anymore. So now that me and Pat are in a relationship. So look at that. Look how clean that is. Super clean. Super clean. And I took it up in my eyebrows too. And then I kind of dab over. Remember, we want this to be blended down. We only want a light highlight under the eyes. A dab under, just to kind of finish it up. And then that's that with that we're going to do with the brows for right now. Now, sometimes I do use my dark brow powder duo by Anastasia too. You notice I used a lot of the brown side a lot, but I take it and I'm gonna do strike like hair motions up, and I'm going to kind of shape my brow a little bit more because I like a cleaner. I like my brows to be really clean. Oh my God, make sure it's not a lot of product. This product is and then sometimes if I feel like it is a little too dark, like right now, this one is, I take more of my brow gel and kind of go through it. Because I don't know what it does to it, but it lightens it. It lightens it up. Oh, I just love these. These eyebrows came out really, really good. So they are looking a little dark right now. But I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do to lighten those up. So we got all of this set. Everything is kind of steady now. So now it's time to blend out this bit of foundation that we do have. I mean, the concealer, I'm sorry, that we do have now. Now I go between the brush and my sponge. So like I normally start with my sponge. No, I normally start with my brush because I want to kind of take it, I'm moving it. And oh, look at that. See, look. Now that it's dried and it's set, oh my God. You can blend down. So I kind of just move it over under my entire eye with the brush. Then when we come back, it's gonna be blend in, and I'm going to show you what the next steps is gonna be, and we are almost finished work. Now, like if you can tell, I'm giving very much nice blended face. Now, a little lesson that I learned. When I look up like this in the mirror, I can make sure that I see some patches here that are not blended. And this is our first coat of concealer. So we really do need to blend this because we're going to build on top of this. So I do wear bottom lashes, so I really don't go too much up on my eye, but I blend it out really, really well. I blended my forehead out really well. I blended my chin. And you can see my light nose contour, very light. And I use it's just from my foundation. It's not even, I haven't even added any powder. It's just very light, so. So, before we get to adding more concealer, now I go back with my NW45 and I am going to, where's the brush after that? I'm just gonna lightly, I'm gonna probably grab some more. I have so many brushes, y'all. Yeah, This is like this will work. So I'm just gonna lightly start doing some of my, oh, what is that in the brush? My contour. Now when I wash my little tip, look at that. Ooh, going into my cheeks, on my forehead. Ooh. Up here on my, now the forehead is important because I use a lot of concealer up here. So I'm creating dimensions in my face now. And then I kind of go over the concealer on my chin, over my lip. And then I blend my foundation, my concealer down into it. Now, if you can see now, I hope you guys can see well. See the dimension that I'm adding into my face now? Like, it's bomb. It's super bomb. NW4, the Studio Tech is a lifesaver. So then I'm gonna do a light contour. This is the same brush we did with the eyebrows. I'm gonna start doing my nose here. I like to go up into my brows first like this. Take product. Now remember I told you we was gonna lighten the brows out? That's how I lighten my brows out. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the concealer and kind of go over my brow. I keep saying concealer. I'm gonna take a little bit of the Studio Fix, go over my brows, and inside the kind of like a little bit of here with my brow line, blend it in a little bit more. Very soft, very soft, very soft. Down my nose a little bit, just so I can start stenciling out my contour. And I just really contour my nose. I already am obsessed. I love my nose. But I just do it more for a cleaner look. And then I go over it with my beauty blender. I go over everything actually with my beauty blender now. The clean side of it, not the foundation side. Remember your sides, the clean side of it. And if you notice, I am blending out that concealer that we put on. Ooh. Oh my God, it's giving life. And then I kind of go over my eyebrow a little bit. Because remember, we want to lighten them brows up. So, that's the first layer. First layer. So, now it's time for, we're going to brighten this up. We want remember, we are obsessed with the under the eye brightness. So, we're going to use our Biscuit now from our NARS. And our Radiant Cream Concealer. And we're going to make sure we do not have a lot of product on our brush. Make sure you have a little bit of product. And this is when I actually do my dot. Remember, we didn't do the dot at first because we want to shape the eye. We don't want to be creasy. So I use my dot. I lightly kind of go down my nose. And then I kind of do like very light dots up in here. So we're going to let that dry. So as we're letting that dry, I also use a brow gel. Is this a Genevieve? I think this is a brow gel. So any brow gels will work. So once again with my brows, I'm telling you, because I want to lock my brows in now. And I just lightly go over my brows with the brow gel. Because I do have longer pieces of hair in my brows. And I want them to stick. I don't want them to get to rubbing and dubbing once we get to like blending everything in. Okay. So we're going to let that concealer dry. Now while that is drying, I'm going to take my foundation brush again, wherever it just went, because it disappeared. Boom, right? You know when you lose your brush. And go over this lip area. And also go over this concealer right here. Because I don't want that concealer on my chin. If you see, just look at the dimensions of my face now. I don't want that concealer on my chin to be looking all white, okay? And I notice I'm looking a little white up here, so I want to go in over my NW45 and kind of blend it down a little bit. Even over this, because you don't want to look too white. And remember, it's always good to go over and just keep blending stuff in. The more you blend it in, the softer you will be. Remember, this is soft glam. We don't want no super hard glam. And the thing about it is that I really feel like I really want you guys going into 2022 to realize that it's all about embracing all of your naturalness of yourself. You know, it's all about being very clean, very, 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 very high end, very top tier is clean. We don't need all of that lip and all of that stuff going on. You just want everything to just kind of settle and flow. And that's why I told you it's imperative that I use more higher end makeups, because I notice that they're more buildable, and they just don't give me that wild. Like, it's giving more skin. It's giving skin. So while that is drying, we're going to go in with our beauty blender again. This hair out the way. And now we're going to hit these eyes. Now, we got to be real. I even use my little blender. I got 2 of these little brushes. I even use this one too. Remember, we don't want no creases. So we're going to set this after we do this. So be ready to set this after you do it, because then we're going to start adding everything else to the little bings and the bongs. Make sure my eyebrows are even. I think so. So like I said, product is always products to the left. So you don't always have to add new product to your brushes. You got product in there already. That's another thing. The more you keep adding this product on, okay, it's even now. Oh, they just look so good. The more darker them eyebrows gonna be. Toots. And we don't want no dark eyebrows. I hate them dark eyebrows. Light eyebrows. More natural. Ooh, Jesus. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This look is the look that every girl, like anytime I do makeup for like friends and family, they always want this look, because it's so clean and it still gives you that high end. You see me going places, and it doesn't take away from your outfits. Too much makeup. Remember, too much makeup is gonna take away from your looks. And like I said, it just gives a clean look. So boom, boom, boom under there. Oh, it looks great. Oh my God. Y'all, this is coming out good. Also, for next year, I want y'all to also stop. What I want us to stop doing is, I want us to stop making it seem like when somebody wears some makeup that they are not cute, because I still very much look like myself even with my makeup on. I'm still giving life. And that's another thing. I don't want to look like a completely different person. I want to keep looking like the baddie that God made me. And I want you to do the same. Makeup does not mean that you're ugly. Like, first of all, ain't nobody ugly, because we all beautiful in our ways. But secondly, just because you got a little makeup on don't mean you know. Like, you want to be polished. A man wants a polished woman. Okay, all of this looking dusty stuff, and we wondering why we not married. Don't nobody want nobody that's dusty. They want you looking clean. Because let me tell you something, them women that they see on TV and everything else, and on Instagram and everything else, if you notice, they be clean and put together, and them the ones that they be all Googling and oogling with. So if you got your man and your man like, oh, I want you to wear makeup, but when he met you had makeup on, be like, when you met me, first of all, he probably ain't the one, because he knew how you was. He knew how you was coming when you came. Secondly, a man should want you to grow in your relationship and be who you are. You should never change the person that you're with. You guys should grow together. I let my husband do his thing and he let me do his. Okay? Within respect and within reason. And that's what it's supposed to be. And I just feel like you need to be polished. You should not have on a $1,000 plus outfit, $1,000 plus shoes, and not have any makeup on. I'm sorry. Even if you just go have a little foundation, you need to have that clean look. But while we're talking, look at me blending this out and look at this face. Baby. And see why I did that NW4? NW45, why I did that just first, because I'm blending everything together now that we're doing it. Just like, and it's, my face is giving so much, it's just getting so polished. So it's kind of, remember, we don't want no hard lines, so I can kind of see a hard line on the side of my nose. So I'm going to make sure that I blend the side of my nose here, because I don't want any hard lines. I'm all the way blended in. Blended. I'm all the way blended in now. And I got all of, oh no, I see a little crease. See, because I didn't normally I will do my setting powder right after this, because I noticed that if you keep waiting, you get more creases. And this is going to set under, so we're using Laura Mercier. I'm back on my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I had kind of Went to other people and they just wasn't giving me what I'm looking for. This is a brand new one, so I'm gonna dust a little bit in my top. The wedge, a wedge here, sponge, brand new clean one. I love it because I'm gonna show you what I can do. I can contour my nose so much more easier with this. So I just pick a little bit up and I go just like this. Contour that nose. Contour that nose. I don't know why I'm acting like I don't know how to use the dang sponge, but I like to get it all up in there. Then I take it and do one of these so I can have that nice finished look here. The square line just really, the sponge really helps. Then I'm gonna take a soft brush. I don't know, this is a Morphe M438. I think this was like a blend-in or something brush, but I take this one here and I go in my powder, tap, a lot of tapping, and I press. Remember, we are pressing because we want to set our concealer. I am pressing under the eyes. Press, 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 press. Cardi don't need no press. Press, look at that. Y'all hear Hustle? Hustle be wilding, y'all. He used to make so much noise. So, then we're gonna go on our chin. Ooh. And then above our lip. And we're gonna just brush it above our lip. We kind of gonna do like a brush. We ain't gonna do too much of a pat. We don't want too much. And then we're gonna do our forehead. And we're going, remember, we're pressing kind of hard, because you want to set it. You don't want none of this stuff to move. It's pressing. Oh man, this looks so good. Now, another way, if we feel like our brows are too dark, take a little bit, do a lot of tapping of the brush, sweep over the eyebrows. Just to lock it too. Look at that. And then it gives them more natural eyebrow look. Now we forgot to go. Oh, I got some left. We got to go down our nose. We just sweep down our nose. And like that. And we got it going. So we're gonna let that set for a minute. Now I like to, I remember I told you I don't wear eyeshadow. Okay. So sometimes I do. So if I was to wear a little eyeshadow, I would go with which one do I really like? I like Texture by MAC. It gives that, it's like that kind of brown, orangey kind of color that you see all of the girls wear. I would do a little bit of this. So if I was to do a little bit, I would literally pick a little bit up with my brush. This is another eyeshadow brush. No number on this one. Interesting. And I would just press right on my lid. Press on my lid. Press on my lid. Look at that. Oh. And this just goes with my more natural look. Remember, I'm tapping and pressing. Tapping and pressing. Woo. Okay. And then, now, if you notice, it's just product sitting on my eye. So, we don't want no product sitting on our eye. I'm going to take I use the same brushes over and over again. And I'm going to lightly blend it in. Just to give a little bit of color on my lids. Oh, blend it in, blend it in. Blend. And look at that. Look at that. A little bit of color. Oh, it looks so clean. Very clean. So, then I like to highlight the corner of my eyes. My tear ducts. I love a tear duct highlight. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So, I'm going to take my Pat highlighter palette. Oh, this highlighter palette go crazy. And notice I use the gold. I don't use these other iridescent ones. I do sometimes when I'm trying to, it just depends. I mix them, but I'm going to use the gold. So I'm going to take a little bit, and then here, just look at this nice little brush. It fits right there in that area. Take a little bit, sweep it, and put it right there. And kind of take it out to my lash line and then up. And I just kind of put as much until I notice it's giving that like little faint brightness. Yeah. Look at that. Okay. Now I'm seeing harsh lines, so I'm gonna clean it off a little bit on my hand, and I'm gonna take it up here so it blends in. And I'm gonna blend hard, because I don't want any hard lines. Ooh. Can you see that? So it's giving like a little, just like, like I kind of feel like I kind of put a little bit too much, so I'm gonna just blend it so it's not too much on my nose. But oh my God, look at that. So that is just, that's all I do for my eyes. I don't think it's enough. It's not enough for me, so I'm gonna add a little bit more to my lash line. I just take it partially out to my lash line just to give me a little flavor. And boom, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Brows look good. Everything looks good. So while this is waiting, now we're going to do the legendary, the Charlotte Airbrush Browns powder in deep, 4 deep. This little baby here, let me open it for you, is legendary. All the YouTube girls love it. It's worth it. All of us, like, we just eat it on up. But it's very high pigmented. Very high pigmented. So what I do not want you to do is go crazy with this. Please don't go crazy. So I'm going to do my nose while my setting powder is on. And I'm going to lightly brush. Very light. And then I also test it on my hand to make sure that there's not that much product on it, because it will have you looking too dark. And I just do lightly up in here. Ooh, contour that nose. Light, very light, very light. I even like it to mix in with the setting powder a little bit, so it's not too dark, but very light. Ooh, see, that's too dark, but look at that, very light, very light. Then I take a little bit and kind of blend a little bit here in my crease, get my crease, because it's all about definition of the face. Put a little bit in my crease over that eyeshadow we did. Just so y'all hear my stomach, I'm hungry. Sis is hungry, okay? Look at that, because I've been working all day, because I love y'all. Look at that. Look at that. This is also a really good mirror to use, too, when you want to get close up, but I just go in it like that. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do with that right there. I may add a little bit. I kind of go down my nose. Kind of go in my nose here. And that's it. Now, I got a little fan brush from the beauty supply store because I didn't have no time to order one. I don't know where the hell all my fan brushes went. But fanning, I would take a little bit of the product. Now, I just sweep, very sweep. Now, this is my first time using this brush, y'all. So let's pray. A little beauty supply. I had a beauty supply haul earlier. So, and then I kind of do my cheekies here. And just fan it up in there. I don't know what happened to all my other fan brushes, y'all, but... And I do it all up in here. See, I put a lot right here, so I'm going to have to blend that out. So I use my beauty blender to blend that out because, oh no, I don't want to be looking all weird and darky. Too dark up in there. Oh my God, it looks great. So we're back. So while like I told you, I did a little bit more blending with up here into my forehead, so it's more blended down. Now I'm going to take this lovely brush here, a harder, kind of, I call it a more blunter brush, and I'm going to blend out my setting powder while everything is sitting. So I'm still going to be pushing, not sweeping, but pushing it all in. Some people do the dust and sweep thing. I've noticed that the sweep thing doesn't work for me. I be wanting it to be more clean and more airbrushed. So I'm going to do it all up in here. And look at that. I'm going to kind of do it up in here so I don't have any hard lines in my eyeshadow. And then now I'm going to kind of blend down. Remember that we put our Charlottes under here. So I'm going to blend that down and blend it all in. Oh man. This is going to give our airbrush hook because we're blending and we're blending all the hard lines out. You see any hard lines, especially in the forehead, blend them up. We don't want any hard lines. And remember, I'm contouring my forehead to make it smaller, so I use darker products up here. So I'm blending it, the lighter into the darker. Now, we didn't do the neck. We didn't give our neck any attention, so I'm gonna go over do my NW 45 again, and I'm gonna take a very light brush. So I'm gonna probably use my powder brush that I used with our setting at the beginning, our translucent powder, and just like lightly go in here like this. Woo! So we have that finished look on our necks, into my ear and into my hairline. So everything, and then even here, is lightly blended. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that face. So the surprise that I have for you guys is I am now using blush. Blush, oh, blush will open up your face. This is Pat's blush in Divine Blush in Paradise Venus. Yeah, Paradise Venus. And Paradise Venus. Ooh, it's so pretty. I didn't even know the name of it. But it is a pink color blush. And we're going to be very light. Now we're going to take another one of our brushes here, and we're going to lightly put it on and blend it out with our beauty blender. So I'm going to just take a little bit of it here. Test it again, because remember, this is another high pigment, and I'm going to smile. And put it on the heights of my cheekbones. Look at that. Look at that. Even when it's not blended, it opens up the face. Like blush just transform my natural look. And so now I'm going to take the blend of my beauty blender, and I'm going to blend that out. Because I just want a subtle blush. I don't blush looking all crazy. Look at that. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Look at that. Look. And I'm still, you see, even when I'm doing, girl, blending is like that's what I spend the most time on is blending. I'm going to take my blunt tip brush again. And I'm going to just keep on blending. Now we're going to take our highlighter palette again. And where's that little brush at? Ooh, brushes going everywhere. I got brushes everywhere. I pulled the brush out because I want it. It's just a more softer brush to use. Oh, here it is. To use. It's another Morphe M510 brush to use for our highlighting. I don't use a fan brush anymore. Oh my God, I broke my little palette. It got a little chip in it. Jeez. So I'm gonna lightly go over the gold and tap it and lightly go down my nose. Ooh, that actually was too much. So if you put too much on there, like I'm giving Rudolph with the gold nose, I'll put a little bit. I'm gonna show you how to get it off. I'll put a little bit more here to lighten this up. It actually wasn't that much. I'll go with my Cupid's bow a little bit here. You know I'm gonna clean that off. Down my nose, and then I go very softly into the height of my cheekbones. Very softly. Very softly. I'm not a big highlighter. Used to be real big. I'm not big into all of that highlighter no more. It'd be too much. I'd be looking too dang on highlighted. Okay? So just light. Just want to give a light golden look. So I know that, you know, this is a lot on my nose, but look at that. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it just looks so good. So I got a lot on my nose, so I'm going to take my beauty blender again. And I'm going to just go over my nose and take it down a little bit. Ooh. Look at that. Look at the finished face. Look at the finished face, baby. Ooh. And let me tell you something, skincare is very important. The better my skin looks, the better my makeup looks. I'm gonna just be honest. What I do under this makeup is just as important as the makeup I put on. And I do a lot. It's a video. I'm sure you can get into it and watch it where I'm showing you products I use for my face, and I still use those products. They're still working for me, and my skin is really what's going to top off this entire look. So I do use a setting spray. I use a professional one, Skintavia, the makeup finishing spray. Now I use the bridal one. The reason they have another regular one, I use the bridal one because I noticed remember brides, you don't want the brides to sweat. My sweat game is not, my makeup does not move. It literally will sit like this for 8+ hours, baby. Will not move. I just maybe have to touch up under my eyes a little bit, but it will not move. Okay, so I take this and gotta shake it before you use it. Shake, and I spray. Just like that. And I do directly spray my face. Some people spray and come in. I directly spray my face. Then as that's drying, I do pats to seal it in 2 different places. Seal, seal, seal. Pat, pat, pat. And it's all the way sealed in. Look at that. Sealed, sealed. Face looks amazing. Now, I do wear really long lashes, but I like my lashes to be the centerpiece of my face. So I go and don't let my lash tech see this because you ain't supposed to put no mascara on them, but I'm hard-headed. And I give my lashes lash baths a lot. So I just go on the tip of my lashes to get that more defined look. And then I do have bottom lashes on, so I just go through the tips of it. This is the best. And then I notice that I'm getting creases under my eyes. So sometimes that happens. But let me tell you what I like to do. I still use this brush and go back up into it. Because it's some of the creases you can't avoid because it's your dang on eye. But you don't want big creases. So I go in with that brush a little bit. But as I'm doing my lashes, just to get that more defined look. This is drugstore. This is the best mascara ever. Outside of the Dior, the Dior one, I gotta think of the name of it, but it's another Dior one that's bomb. But this is the Voluminous L'Oreal in black. I keep this on deck. It's legendary. You can just tap your lashes with this. If you just want to have your lashes look more fuller and do like your natural skin and just put a little bit of the Smashbox primer on. These are my 2 go-tos when I don't want to wear makeup. I put on the Smashbox primer, hit my lashes a little bit, put a little clear lip gloss on. I'm giving it to everybody out in the streets, okay? So I did that. So now, remember I put a lot of makeup over my lip. So I use the Target, just a regular makeup remover, non-oil Target makeup remover. I take it and I go with, remember our napkins from earlier? We recycle our napkins. And I just take a little bit of it on there. Make sure you close this junk up because if it get loose, it's a hot mess. And what end was this in? And I just go clean my lips off because I don't want it to interfere with my lips. Look at that. Now we have clean lips that we can put our finishing touches on. Clean lips, clean lips. This was literally like a 25 minutes. We just took a little time. We took breaks because I wanted to make sure things were accurate. But you can literally, I can do this look in like 25 minutes or less. Very, very easy look. So make sure that all of it is off your lips. Then I take my beauty blender and make sure I didn't get any, I don't have no hard lines here, you know, from the concealer. And then I bought this pitch, so this is the NYX. I normally use MAC Chestnut. I'm a chestnut girl, but I ran out. I ain't no time to get another one. So I'm trying this lip pencil that I got today. It's Cocoa. It's a brown that I got from the beauty supply store. And I'm going to line my lips. Sometimes I don't wear liner. But I'm going to do liner for y'all today. So I do a very thin line on the top. And I do get my lips done. I do have a lip filler in. I need to get them touched up because I want them to be a little bit more bigger. And my lip filler is starting to kind of do some different things. But I don't overline my lips. I just go within my line. Now the bottom get a little tricky. I don't do too much on the bottom. I go here. And I go here. Then I just kind of lightly go right there. See? Because you don't want to have too much on. Sometimes I put my some lip mask on before and kind of wipe it off before I do my makeup, but we're not going to do all of that today. Then I'm going to take my lip, I'm going to blot it a little bit, just dry, and then I'm going to take some MAC lip gloss, baby. This is one of the best, and I'm going to apply it over it like this. Sometimes I use a little lip brush. I'm not. Look at that. No. Sometimes I leave it like that. And then sometimes I do this Milani soft rose. This is another one Olivia put me on. I use this over on top of it to give it that pinkish kind of look. If I don't just wear regular. Sometimes lately I've been just wearing regular lip gloss, y'all. I'm just doing this for y'all because I love y'all. But look at that. I do put it over the lip gloss. Now, the reason I put it over the lip gloss is because And then I need to block because it is a lot. I put too much lip gloss on. Okay, now I can add a little bit more color because it gives that color. Oh my God, the color is just lit. Ooh, almost killed myself. So then I kind of remove the product because I'm going to go back over my line. Look at that. And define my line more. Oh yeah. Everybody is into the round lip liner these days. This is how I do mine. Look at those lips. Oh yeah. Oh my God, the lips. Look at this. I'm gonna take my hair down just to give y'all a little bit of the finished look. But baby, this is it. This is how we do it. This is how we get this natural look. I just hope that you guys love this video. I enjoyed this. I got my hair, I got wet in the rain earlier. I gotta press my little leave out. But this is Abella's hair, my hairdresser here in Georgia. It's amazing. This is one of her sew-ins, and I have jet black hair, and I'm trying something different, and I'm like, I love it with this makeup. So this is it. This is what I would do. This is my look, and I'm obsessed with this look. I literally do it all the time I go out. Like I told you, we took little breaks, intermissions, because I just wanted everything to like look perfect for you. But I can do this super fast. I would do it much faster if we weren't recording, but I just wanted to just give you guys all of everything and how I do it. Look at the brows. Look at the lip. Oh my God, it's amazing. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I love you to oodles and noodles. I will use this napkin to clean the excess makeup off my hand. That's another thing I love to do, to clean this off. I have to clean it off before I wash it, because if I don't, sometimes it don't come off with the soap. But I love you guys to the moon and back, and thank you so much for coming and getting this natural glam. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.